Yes, indeed. I had previously inquired of Dante what was his opinion of you, and if he should have any reluctance to continue you in your post, for somehow I have perceived a sort of coolness between you. And what was his reply? That he certainly did think he had given you offense, in an air which he merely referred to without entertaining into particulars, but that whoever possessed the good opinion and confidence of the ship's owners would have his preference also. That hypocrite, murmured Danglars. Poor Dante, said Caderousse. No one can deny his being a noble-hearted young fellow. But, meanwhile, continued Monsieur Morrel, the Pharaon is without a captain. Oh, replied Danglars, since we cannot leave this port for the next 3 months, let us hope that ere the expiration of that period, Dante will be set at liberty. No doubt, but in the meantime, I am entirely at your service, Monsieur Morrel, answered Danglars. You know that I am as capable of managing a ship as the most experienced captain in the service, and it will be so far advantageous to you to accept my services, that upon Edmond's release from prison, no further change will be requisite aboard the Pharaon than for Dante and myself each to resume our respective posts. Thanks, Danglars. That will smooth over all difficulties. I fully authorize you at once to assume the command of the Pharaon, and carefully look over the unloading of her freight. Private misfortunes must never be allowed to interfere with business. Be easy on that score, Monsieur Morrel, but do you think we shall be permitted to see our poor Edmond? Ah, there it is. Fernand has already whisked Mercedes away, Danglars stepping in as interim captain. Dante is not even in jail yet. Also, the idea that Danglars thinks Dante is a hypocrite. Something happened between them, right? Like that we the readers have not been privy to yet. I want to know what that is. Danglars, I think calling Dante a hypocrite is probably, even though we don't know why, it's probably indication that he's got some sort of distorted and twisted way of thinking and perceiving things. Like he's quick to assume things are a slight to him if they are at a disadvantage to his ambition, right? All right, well, listen, we're so close to the end here, but before we end today's episode, I've got some more Dumas facts and trivia for you. I just came across this little bit of info about how Dumas felt toward Napoleon. Spoiler alert, his feelings were conflicted. I don't really feel like I have enough info yet to do a really good report on it. And I don't want to just sit here, as I said, reading you the Wikipedia page. And I guess also the same thing can be said of Dumas' mixed race heritage. Like these are all important things that definitely reflect his work and need to be given space to be talked about. But we're only 3 months in, and I know that I haven't mentioned it yet. It's obviously worth acknowledging, but I don't feel like I have enough insight yet to feel comfortable really commenting. So I need to do more research. I'm desperately seeking biographies on Alexander Dumas, but there's just not a lot out there. I'm shocked by that. I guess I gotta go deeper. You know, I'm gonna tap into the library. That's my next move. I'm gonna head out there. Actually, right after this episode, I'm gonna go to the library and find some biographies on Dumas and maybe Napoleon. I know there's a lot of those. Okay. That's all. I just wanted to give you a couple of earmarks of trivia and facts and stories about Dumas that we'll come back to over the course of the show. So tomorrow, join me here for the penultimate episode of Chapter 5 of The Count of Monte Cristo. I will see you then. Okay, bye! The Countdown of Monte Cristo is part of the Gruntwork Podcast Network. This show is produced, edited, and hosted by Landon Solano. The original text of The Count of Monte Cristo by Alexander Dumas. Theme song by Magic Solo. If you want to support the show and others like it, visit patreon.com/gruntworkpod. Thank you for listening. See you tomorrow.